We're okay, actually. And now we're gonna go for a Blossom because there's no abilities here, and this will be an absolute cleanup because as you guys can see. Hello boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's video. Today's video is your weekly gameplay of some Reaper action, and this series is for Reaper mains who want to get better at the game. If you're a Reaper main stuck in Diamond and below, this series is probably for you. You're going to learn a lot of things, honestly, and the two common mistakes I see a lot of Reaper players do is, in people who call themselves Reaper mains, is number one is they always constantly flank. Number two is they always fade in and blossom. Number one, it's bad. The number one is bad is because you need to always adapt your playstyle depending on your team's tank, and the other just in general your playstyle depends on the matchup. Number two, the fade-in ult is like the most predictable thing you can do in this entire game. Never ever do it unless you know that number one, no one can one-shot you. Two, if you bait out abilities, and of course we're talking about no combos, no nothing. Because you're gonna like in this series you're gonna learn how to do solo carry without relying on anybody. Obviously, if you get a little bit of help from here and there, that will be really, really greatly appreciated. But you're gonna learn how to just rely on yourself, because most of the time in this series I want you guys to learn how to rely on yourself, make the most optimal choice. So in this team comp, look at our team comp. We have a solid, actually very, very self-sufficient stationary team comp, and very resilient and tanky with the Sigma, Bastion, Ana, team comp, and Moira. So that means we don't really need to peel for a tank as much, unless of course there is a Ramattra, Zenyatta, or Orisa. Zenyatta, but other than that, like in this team comp, we can actually, it frees us to do whatever we want depending what the enemy team has. Now we know what we have, and we know that we can play free. We can take angles. We can play a little bit of aggressive. We don't need to play defensive, unless they have a Reaper, because really just one small change changes everything. But also I gotta highlight that when you have a Bastion, it's always kind of your job to protect him depending what the enemy team has. Now we know what we have. Okay, May, that means they're playing poke style team comp with Ashe. I'm assuming Mercy, Orisa, or yeah, there it is. I kind of know how these guys play. Okay, so that means we're gonna have one job, which is just pressure the Orisa as much as possible. That's it. We're not gonna do anything else. We're not gonna overextend. We're not gonna go deep. We're just gonna pressure the Orisa as much as possible, because she doesn't stand a chance with Sigma and Bastion. So maybe you can actually that was actually a very bad position on my end. Yeah, definitely take full responsibility of that. Now that I think about it, the Orisa, she has actually a lot of we're gonna do the force fight on point playstyle, because the issue is the Ashe kind of farms my entire team, and I just realized Ashe pocket is really dangerous. So what we're gonna do is, we have matchup here easily, but we just need to force fight on point somehow, and I'll show you guys how to do that. Okay, we're gonna TP far left. Wait for our abilities to come back, and we dominate the left area. This area, but a little bit. Okay, the Orisa is very low. We can pressure the Orisa here. Orisa is down. We're gonna camp the res. There it is, and the res is denied. Really good Suzu, actually, but she died for it. So now we're gonna all in and go ham on Instagram on the backline, and we're gonna TP back immediately because we need reinforcements. Now we got two amazing picks here. That means we can actually go in very, 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 very easily. And as you guys can see, whenever you go against an Orisa, you just need to split her team comp, in half. And what I mean by that is force fight on point or flank. And usually, if you guys know, I'm always against flanking most of the time. But in this matchup, when you have May and Orisa, and thank God actually we won it. We secured the point before they get Blizzard, because Bob Blizzard can be actually very nasty. They actually got the res here, which is, it might be really good, Harry. Okay, I spoke a little too soon. Okay, I just jinxed myself. Unfortunately, we weren't able to use any ultimate, no nanos, no nothing, so that's kind of unfortunate because we could survive that, but it's okay. They used two of their best ultimates. The one scary thing is like the Kitsune, not the Orisa ultimate, but the Kitsune. So now we can actually we have the nano, so we can just combo with that, and we're gonna be unstoppable. Nothing can stop us unless we get booped. So we also gotta be careful of the boop and the stun from the Orisa. Okay, I guess my Ana doesn't know. I'm signaling her for the nano, so definitely an error on my Ana's end. So we're gonna just we're gonna rely. That's why you just gotta rely on yourself. So that's, you know, it's okay. Now we're gonna force fight on point. We can't really go for a flank Blossom, maybe because they have Kitsune. I mean, they have Kiriko, Suzu, and they have the stun and the Ash move. So it's kind of a lot of things that we have to play around. So we're not gonna go for a Blossom. We're gonna go to, okay, that's the Suzu ad. We're gonna force them on point. That's one ultimate out. We're okay, actually. Now we're gonna go for a Blossom because there's no abilities here, and this will be an absolute cleanup because, as you guys can see, that's why it's really important to track abilities. I was tracking all the abilities because like as I was playing, I always listened to, because every ability in the game have a key sound. So Suzu has a key sound, Stun has a key sound, Ash's group has to listen to that and be aware, because it's really important when you play Reaper, because one, like, all we did was just track abilities, and we faded in, ulted, and combined that with the nano, we completely wiped out the entire team. That's why it's really important to know that the enemy team doesn't have the abilities, and one stun, like one Ash, okay, I kind of forgot about that, so that's kind of an error on my end. But even Ash Boob can be so punishing because she can just mess you up. Like a cheesy Boob can just deny an entire ultimate. That's why you really gotta look out for the worst and anticipate everything. So Suzu's out, we've seen that and we've heard it. Okay, we need to take out that Ash somehow, so we're gonna force fight. Okay, she booped away, but we need to wait for our team to push in a little bit and we create chaos in the back line. The thing is that Ash has a pocket, so... Okay. We know the Ash is above me. Because if she boops, I'm gonna commit all in on her. And of course, I'm gonna win a close duel battle. There's that. So that's why we did what we did, and great Suzu actually from this guy. But while we're doing all of that, they lose the main fight because we dragged all the support from the tank. So as you guys can see, like, engagement really matters, and the right engagement will always and you know what, I'm not even gonna kill them. I'm gonna just ignore them because I don't want them to die. The longer they do this, the longer the tank doesn't have heals. So we're gonna double down main actually, because this tank that has no heals, all we gotta do is push him and he's dead. Utter domination, boys and girls. And not just that, they also wasted an ultimate, and now there's a Reaper on the field. Great. Okay, that's gonna be actually a very nasty, no stun, so this Orisa is absolutely cooked. We're gonna take up Blossom here, and like literally all we're doing is just having some games, and we're tracking the stuns. That Orisa has no stuns, the Mei didn't have her, you know, the healing ability, and we ignored the supports in the backline, so their tank have absolutely no heals. And not just that, but they wasted the Kitsune in the backline trying to keep each other alive. All we did is just use our brain, and Reaper can be so obnoxious. And by the way, when you guys go against Reaper, rule number one, never ever do anything until you take care of the enemy, of your opponent, of the enemy Reaper first, and then do what you want to do. If the enemy Reaper is alive, never, literally never even move one step forward. Deal with them first, and then do whatever you do. So that's just rule number one, and you guys will see. Okay, now we know what he is. He doesn't have abilities. We have a Fade advantage over him because we have our Fade and he doesn't. He's done. It's over. He's not surviving this one. We're all in committing on him? Yep, because we knew that he doesn't... We all in there because we knew he didn't have Fade because he just used it, so we all in him. Most of the time, you never do that, but we know that you can diff the enemy Reaper. When he exhausts his, then you can commit on him. And as you guys can see, the right ability usage actually matters. And literally, these guys have they stand no chance. If you play Reaper correctly, we're going to TP here because that Mercy is kind of trapped in the corner. And I think that was a mistake because now the Reaper is going to go ham on the back line. But yeah, that was a bad engagement, I feel like, on my end. I'll take responsibility for that because I kind of forgot. It's a muscle memory thing. Sometimes I forget that the spawn is right there so he can just come back quickly. So I should have definitely said it with my team. But still, we have 4 ultimates here. Pipe, actually, if we can just get one more chance at fighting this. And if I can touch, actually, we do have the Nano Blossom coming up here. We'll see if we even get the chance to do that. Just got a TP. Yeah, that should buy us a few seconds. Just gotta stall this out as much as possible until my team deals with the Reaper. Because that Reaper has a pocket. He's all inning. We're taking out Blossom here. Great Blossom. We need to wait for the res if possible. There it is. Now we go back to deal with the Reaper. Because the tank can definitely contest the point. Definitely didn't mean to do that. And the... it's still doable. Unfortunate, but we played that literally to our best of our abilities and we dragged it all the way. So boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, as you guys can see, right engagements, right ability usage, timing, if you just tracking abilities will give you a guaranteed amazing results. But at the end there we kind of flopped, I'm not gonna lie. And also it kind of bit us in the ass because we wasted a lot of time on A, on the very beginning of the game when we lost a couple of fights where we actually should have won because I was kind of sucking some good ultimates, to be honest. Thank you. Even the enemy team actually is, cheering for me, so being nice. So, let's give them hearts. And honestly, even as you guys can see, like even when you do good, even the enemy team actually applaud for you because right ability is just and keep in mind. Reaper Blossom is one of the worst ultimates and one of the most toughest ultimates to use, but if you just apply some game sense, you will get some guaranteed value. And I'm telling you guys, yeah, sure, I'm getting flashy ultimates here, but it's not about that. It's not about getting 4Ks and 5Ks and 3Ks. Sometimes even ulting the right one person gives you an amazing value. And the thing is, this is going to be really, 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 really risky. Our team comp is really risky. Sure, we have the Kiriko with the Malga, but the Kiriko is amazing with the Reaper. That's just rule number 1. So we have to play with her. But the Malga on defense can be really tricky. And the Pharah, it can be really tricky as well because there's really not a lot of buildings to play with. So, I mean, we already have matchup from the beginning because they do have Pharah. So, I mean, Bastion. Sorry, I mean Junkrat. So we will be okay for now at least. But they have a very good team comp. If our Malga plays correctly, we will win this. And now against this team comp, guys, it's almost impossible to flank. Never ever flank against Junkrat. That's rule number 1. And we're just gonna try to stop. Oh my god! I thought he was going from bottom, but really bad flank and initiation from now. The Bastion, we know the Bastion doesn't have his ability, so we're gonna overcommit on him. As you guys can see, if you're going against Bastion, as long as he doesn't have his turret form, you overcommit and push him. And yeah, now he's gonna go punchy mode, and we have our fully loaded gun. That's why, as you guys can see, you saw me like go back, reload, and go in again because you want to put immense amount of pressure when he uses his punch mode. Again, they stripped off the Junkrat. That means flanking is actually a valid play whenever we need to, but we also need to dominate the high ground. That's rule number 1. Never give the enemy team free high ground. I mean, I think I've said rule number 1 to almost everything, but it's just because it's ever changing. People keep, on defense, you always gonna give it. Like it's just common nature. Never give high ground to the enemy team for free. Make them work for it, and they keep changing team comps. So, and we're not gonna overcommit to the Bastion. He's wasting his time. Our job is to not get our Malga get overrun. But see, because they want to bait you. Because now he just wasted the Kiriko Suzu and he wanted to bait me to push him so he can go in with the Suzu and the Sentry form. Now though, however, if we... that's why I always play defensive because I do not want my tank to get overrun. We do have the Blossom. And unfortunately, I actually got really, really heavily focused. Really well played by the Malga, actually. The Kitsune was really... I thought... You see, because my Kiriko ulted, the enemy team... I heard only the Kiriko for the enemy team sound cue, so I did not hear the enemy team Kitsune, so... Unfortunate. Man, if we touch, actually, would have won that. All right, we're gonna have to go for a drop blossom. Ah, damn it! That's why you never. Why did I not listen to my own advice, bro? I faded and I blossomed, unfortunately. Okay, if we don't make a specific switches, and I'm talking about mainly the Pharah, because I have Bastion now, the Bastion and Soldier with the pocket, almost really impossible to actually get any kind of defense, but we'll see. I mean, so far he's not doing really bad. I mean, I think he wants to stay for the Blossom, but I think honestly what I want to focus on right now is denying this Ramattra from getting space, because I feel like he is the low-key carry of the team, and we need to deny the res. But of course, knowing this Elo, she has to try for it. I mean, honestly, guys, if you're a Mercy main and you don't try for risky reses, I mean, why do you even play Mercy, right? Like, it's actually pretty understandable. You know what? That one, I'm gonna let her slide, because you have to. It's like you're a Reaper main. If you don't fade in and Blossom, okay, we're giving him a lot of free progress on the point. Really great hook by this guy, actually, even though he sacrificed his life for it. But and really great barrage as well. And now we restabilized. We need to be careful of a possible visor. Alright, I want to set up over there. Yeah, there's a visor. We do have the threat of the Blossom coming from the back. He knows that I'm here. And we do have Whole Hog. We do have Kitsune on point, so we're gonna be fine. Okay. As long as I'm drawing a lot of people's attention. See? Because I have the two supports here, their tank is not getting healed. So as long as I'm doing this, even if I'm not doing anything, I'm making 3 people look at me. But it's just me. I'm making Soldier Pocket with a Kiriko. With the kids, yeah, with the Kiriko looking back at me. So he dropped. We're going to TP immediately back to where we were. Try to bait me. But we saw it a mile away, so.
I'm at maximum strength. Thanks.
No! I mean, it's okay, I'm winning regardless, but this guy is annoying. I wanted to send a message.
Flanking. My ultimate is charging.
Let the Kitsune guide
you. That Kiriko of all people killed me, man. Okay, yeah, we made a few mistakes here. That Blossom was really terrible. I'm gonna give it. It got personal. Hey guys, I'm gonna give you a tip. Never let things get personal, because that's when you lose games. But we do still have the chance because we have Coalescence. The threat of the Visor and... Okay, the Ramattra is not on high ground, so... Oh my god, everybody's here though. Okay, then we push the Ramattra because he's literally alone. Why is he AFK? Why is this... Why am I alone there? That guy was literally AFK. Okay, Hog, you need to land a hook at some point. Okay, great Coalescence, but we're trading with the Mercy's ultimate, but I need to stay on high ground because it's gonna be free visor for this guy, and we do not want to give him free visor. Oh my god, he's already going for it. Okay. Flanking Bastion. I should have just waited 1 second. I'm really playing badly, guys. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm playing very badly the last minute or so. Still winnable, but I'm playing really, really bad. Oh, I'm making so many amateur mistakes. Like, if I just waited 1 second on that Bastion, waited for his ability, and then pushed him, we'd have won that. Yeah, I'm making a lot. I played very cleanly the first round, but the second round I'm playing really, really bad. Like, I can't even blame anybody. But maybe, you know, switch off the Hog into that. Okay, now we need to play here. That's what we want to play in the Reaper against this team comp. Deny them high ground, and you have the threat of the drop Blossom. Because there's really no stun here. Also, it's not helping that the other guys... Okay, I know what he wants to do.
Beware the shadows.
Oh my god, he actually survived that. We have the Blossom. Yeah, we're not gonna Blossom that. No way. I need to go high ground. Oh my god. He's gonna boop everybody, so... Yeah, we're not gonna ult there, because he's gonna boop everybody of our way. Now we're gonna Blossom! No, my God, this hog is sabotaging me, bro. Paid actor! Paid actor! Okay, I'm cooked. I thought he didn't have it. But I think we're gonna win this because we lost our tank, and I don't want to throw this game, so I'm just gonna go Sojin for the last point because I want to secure this point because it can get really nasty. But I played really bad in the second round. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, but yeah, we're going Sojin because we want to lock in because the Bastion. I'm gonna get a lot of value, and I want to help the hog as much as possible. Amazing coalescence, actually. I want to Rissa? Crazy. They have the Pfizer coming up. Oh my God. Okay, nice. Oh my God. Flanking Pfizer. Okay, he got punished for it really hard, but the Bastion is back. Bro. No, please. I want to win this. I don't want to lose because I sold. Bastion is dead though. Alright. Bye-bye, Orisa. That Orisa was kind of dirty for going to Orisa at the end there, but I'm not gonna lie for you guys. I want you to still watch this video, even though it started really well, but the second round went absolutely god-awful. I played really, really bad, and the game got this close because I played very bad, and I'm taking full responsibility because before someone comes really mad at me in the comment section. But I know, I played really bad, and as you guys can see, that's when the first round went really, really smoothly, and we got a lot of value, but as soon as you start, because Reaper is like Pharah, you cannot afford to make mistakes on this character. If you make one mistake, you could just get punished very hard, because you reset up, like, the whole reset up takes a lot of time. And yeah, like it started right. I was doing so good until up that point when I blossomed the soldier as he was running away. That's when it started to go downhill. But until up that point, I played really bad. But at least I'm self-aware, and I told you guys the better option. But yeah, boys and girls, enjoy. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys down by. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like the video, enjoy, subscribe, and share with your friends. If you'd like to get to, I'll catch you guys all to the next one. Now, be to the bye.